All right, so today we're going to talk about Prayer to the Pacific by Leslie Marmon Silko. So, this is an example of a, tribal song. Why does this keep happening? A tribal song. And if we look back at our notes, a tribal song, enough. Tribal songs contain cultural knowledge, or tradition, they're passed down through lyrical verse. Okay. Again, what we're looking for as we read, just like everything else in this unit, are two things: visual imagery and two, elements that communicate our theme throughout this unit, reverence for nature. Okay? One thing you notice about this poem is that even the shape of it kind of goes out and back, kind of like the tide, right? So even the shape of this poem gives us that impression. All right, let's see. She says, I traveled to the ocean, distant from my southwest land of sandrock to the moving blue water, big as the myth of origin. So right here, we can see this element of cultural heritage being communicated here, okay? Pale, pale water in the yellow-white light of the sun floating west to China, where ocean herself was born. Clouds that blow across the sand are wet. So, we can do this. This is our cultural heritage. And look at this. Pale, pale water in the yellow light of that. Clouds that blow across the sand are wet. We have this, visual imagery. Present there. And also, I think this is the color I'm making it, where ocean herself was born. We have more of this cultural heritage there. Okay? There's an element of mythology. Right, that is that cultural heritage. She says, squat in the wet sand and speak to the ocean. So here, for whatever reason, this doesn't want to write anymore. I don't know what's going on there, but fine. Speak to the ocean. This idea here, it's kind of personification, right? The red coral you sent us, right? Sister spirit of earth. All of this personification here helps develop that idea of a reverence for nature, right? Referring to natural elements as if they're sentient, that they can communicate. 4 round stones in my pocket, I carry back the ocean to suck and to taste. 30,000 years ago, Indians came riding across the ocean carried by giant sea turtle. So again, we have this element of mythology. Okay. Cultural heritage. Waves were high that day. Giant sea turtles waded out from the gray sundown sea. We have more of this visual imagery. Grandfather turtle, cultural heritage, rolled in the sand 4 times and disappeared into the sun. This is kind of a little bit of both. Right? And so from that time immemorial, as the old people say, rain clouds drift from the west. Gift from the ocean. And we also have that personification again. Green leaves in the wind, wet earth on my feet, swallowing raindrops clear from China. And again, more of this visual imagery. So all of this visual imagery, all of this personification, these elements of cultural heritage and mythology not only classify this as a tribal song, but also clearly demonstrate our theme for this unit, a reverence for nature.